Hello and all, welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one we're talking Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford, possibly happening in September. We're going to talk about the possibility of this fight happening, thanks to Turkey Al-Sheikh Riyadh season. If it was to happen, I'm pretty sure there will have some sort of involvement. What does this mean for boxing, combat sports world in general? Before getting started, make sure to like, subscribe, click that notification to get this channel, your channel, the one and only MMA Vision Analysis. Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, possibly happening in September in Las Vegas, according to some sources. That is, this fight was talked about a lot, especially the latter stages of last year, 2024. Obviously, Canelo Alvarez goes up and down in weight as he wishes. The two are actually very similar stature-wise, but obviously the naturally smaller guy, just by a tad bit, body mass, that is, would be Terence Crawford. But Terence Crawford is special, to say the least. He is clinical, just perhaps the best active fighter currently, in all honesty. I mean, the momentum's with the guy, most certainly ages with him. And obviously this mega fight, this super fight, if it was to happen, it would be thanks to Riyadh season, Turkey Al-Sheikh specifically. I don't know if the events are still called Riyadh season or whatnot, but it's thanks to Turkey Al-Sheikh. Obviously, he's making all these super fights happen in the world of boxing, which, in all honesty, the world of boxing kind of needs these super fights. It's been happening a lot in the heavyweight division, but this one here is going to be in lighter divisions. This is going to be a spectacular fight if it was to happen. And let me tell you, I really do believe that boxing needs more people like Turkey Al-Sheikh, which is, I don't know what the ROI for the guy is, from throwing these events. I don't know if it's just to bring awareness to the kingdom and himself, or, advertisement campaign for Riyadh. I don't know what the ROI, the return on investment, when he's putting together these mega fights, but let me tell you, it's very good for boxing. It's very good for viewership in terms of boxing. I mean, it's kind of reviving a sport. This is no disrespect to the athletes. The athletes are phenomenal. Boxers just, it's an art. It's absolutely, mesmerizing at times to watch when the best are doing it. But at the same time, it's a sport that has a lot of politics that come into play in terms of matchmaking or whatnot. And that's why, quite frankly, this is not to choose one over the other, but that's why we gravitate towards mixed martial arts, specifically the UFC, more. Because on an average UFC fight card, which is the one that just passed, you look at that card, it's just knockout after knockout after knockout. It's just a regular fight card, first fight card in the UFC of the year. And we already got more entertainment than we've seen perhaps the whole year last year for boxing in a regular opener of the year UFC card with, many fighters that are not known to the majority of the public, at least. With all respect to boxing, I heard Dana White wanted to be involved with boxing somehow. I believe Dana White's beginnings were in boxing, so he has love for the sport. We all love the sport, all respect to the athletes, but the politics and these just the way that the sport has been ran really for 100+ years, it's got to change. I mean, I don't think the people running the sport per se, let's say the majority of them are up to the modern day wave of doing things, especially in the combat sports world. When you have the two best guys fight each other, and it's just that Dana White's created a system that's just it's the prime example of what mixed martial arts should be, which boxing is one of the mixed martial arts. And, I don't want to say it's a dying sport, but it's most certainly a sport at this time needs mega matches like Terence Crawford, Canelo, Alvarez, because of all the bad politics that really led boxing into a dark tunnel, I believe. And thanks to Riyadh season in Turkey Al Sheikh, we get to see these mega fights happen. I mean, just look at Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. They held this fight, back for so long. And now both guys are on losing, last fights losing. So it doesn't even make sense. They try to build up these fights. And we all remember what happened with Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. I don't know, that fight was like, I don't know, a decade in the making. It was something ridiculous. They waited until, it was absolutely the wrong time, I believe, when that fight happened. But like I said, I can't say it enough. Thanks to Turkey Al Sheikh, which I don't know his ROI on these things, but he's definitely making it happen. If this fight was to happen, Canelo versus Terence Crawford, it would be one of the biggest sporting events of the year, not only in boxing, but across all sports. If you made it this far, appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments and subscribe for more.